Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for today, Wednesday, May 10th, 2017.
Commissioner Rivas, James, and Jacinto are present. President James, we have a quorum. May we start with Bureau introductions, please, starting with Bureau of Engineering.
Good morning, Matty Lawn, Bureau of Engineering.
Good morning, John Ollinger, Contract Administration.
Good morning, Ruben Flamenco, Bureau of Street Lighting.
Good morning, Robert Gutierrez, Bureau of Street Services.
Good morning, Cecile Buncio, Sanitation.
Good morning, Ted Jordan, Public Works General Counsel.
Fernando Campos, Executive Officer. President James, we do not have any speaker cards under general public comment. We have no commentary under the Neighborhood Council comment section, and we also did not receive any speaker cards under the regular item for today's agenda.
Okay, then we will close general public comment as well as the Neighborhood Council category of commentary. Is there a second to my motion that we approve the meeting minutes from the meeting of Monday, April 24th, 2017 by Commissioner Rivas? Any objection? Without objection, we will approve those meeting minutes. Commissioner Rivas and Mr. Ibrahimian, we'll start with you, Commissioner Rivas. We have a presentation this morning before we get to our agenda items.
Okay. Good morning, President James, Commissioners, and Bureau representatives. I'm excited to welcome our newest engineers from the Bureau of Street Lighting today. There are about 20 young engineers that we've hired in the last 2 years that are joining us today for our board meeting to learn on how their department works, right, and how it's governed. They come from different local schools, you know, Cal State Northridge, Cal State Long Beach, Cal State LA, and Cal Poly Pomona. And the very energetic group that as you, I'm excited to introduce them to you as our future leaders of public works and street lighting. Our Bureau Director has spent time, and our assistant directors have spent lots of time with this group, meeting with them regularly so that they understand how the Bureau works and how our department works. So part of that is coming to a board meeting, which today's field trip for them is coming to our Public Works board. I recently went to visit them at the Bureau, and a lot of them have never attended a board meeting. And you know, as you all know, it's very important to understand how we make decisions here in the city and the role that the Board of Public Works has. And you know, as they know, we meet 3 times a week, and this is how some decisions are made in the department. And since they are our future leaders, it's important for them to understand. And it's like I said, this group is very energetic. They're excited to be with the city and learn more about it. And I'm very excited that they're here to join in us today. So I'd like our director, Ed Ibrahimian, to join me, and our assistant directors, Norma and Megan. So this is our current Bureau leadership, and they will introduce the future Bureau leadership.
Great, thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, Commissioner. So President James, Commissioners, Bureau reps, and everyone around the horseshoe, thank you for having us here. I am extremely excited to be here. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, but we have a great opportunity here to introduce to you, as Commissioner Rivas mentioned, the future of Bureau of Street Lighting, the Department of Public Works, and the City of Los Angeles. As you know, during about 3 years ago, as our mayor came on board and the economy changed, we started having opportunities to backfill some of the positions that were vacant for many years. Well, at that time, we sat down, myself with Norma, and Megan wasn't there at the time, and we said, you know, it's a great opportunity. We may have an opportunity to bring new engineers on board who someday are going to run this city. So why not we go to the campuses ourselves? I personally, with Norma and Megan, have gone to 4 campuses that the commissioner mentioned, and we basically handpicked these engineers. We have civil, electrical, and mechanical. And I believe I'm biased, but we have the finest and smartest and the best engineers that I'd like to present to you. So I'm going to ask all of them to come up here right behind me, if you don't mind, for a second. Everyone, come on up. So the future of City of Los Angeles right here in front of you.
Well, I tell you what, we may as well do, Ed, as I'm sitting here. And first of all, let me just thank you and Norma and Megan for your leadership in getting this, as I mentioned to them earlier, this succession plan in place. I also want to mention thanks to the mayor and as well as the city administrative officer and the city council. You know, there were a number of years where these positions could not be filled. It was very frustrating, not just for the bureau and the department and the city, but also for our city residents because it affects city services. So we are very excited to see so many young people at the Bureau of Street Lighting. It's a testament to your management. So thank you all. And I think we may as well get them used to presenting at some level at the Board of Public Works, and what better day than today? So what we'll do is we'll have each one of them just come up, simply state your name and where you went to school, and what your major was, and then I understand that one of you is going to address us. But let's at least start with the introductions.
Quickly. Hello, my name is Tommy. I graduated from Cal State LA, bachelor degree in mechanical engineering.
Hey, what's your last name, Tommy?
Long.
Okay, great. Welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Alex Song. I graduated from California State University of Northridge, and I majored in civil engineering.
Okay. Welcome.
My name is Chase Naylor. I graduated from Cal State Northridge, and I'm majoring in electrical engineering.
Great. Thank you.
My name is Andres Martinez Suarez, and I graduated from Cal State LA, and I recently graduated with Bachelor's of Civil Engineering.
Excellent.
Hello, my name is Albert Bob. I graduated from Cal State Long Beach, and I study civil engineering.
Welcome.
Good morning. My name is Susana Rodriguez Diaz, and I graduated Cal State LA. My major was civil engineering.
Terrific. Welcome.
Morning, guys. My name is Seon Kashem. Graduated from Cal State Northridge with a bachelor's in civil engineering.
Excellent.
Morning. My name is Henry Andrino. Cal State Northridge, bachelor's of engineering.
Good morning. My name is Sajid Kanamia. I graduated from Cal State Long Beach with a bachelor's in civil engineering.
My name is Lang Dam. I went to Cal State LA. I have a master in civil engineering.
Good morning. My name is Jaime Madrigal. Went to Cal Poly Pomone. Graduated as electrical engineer.
Good.
Good morning. My name is James Abid. I graduated with master's in electrical engineering from Cal State Long Beach.
Terrific.
Good morning. My name is John Babbage. I graduated from Cal Poly Pomona, and I received a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering.
Okay.
Good morning. My name is Wei Yao Xu. I graduated from Cal State LA with a master's degree major in electrical engineering.
Okay.
Good morning. My name is Edward Mehrabian. I graduated from Cal Poly Pomona with master in civil engineering.
Nice.
Good morning. My name is Nathan Dominguez. I graduated from Cal Poly Pomona with a degree in civil engineering.
Okay. Welcome.
Good morning. My name is Victor Tercios. I graduated from Northridge and with a degree in civil and structural engineering master's.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good morning. My name is Richard Saplin. I graduated from California State University, Los Angeles with a bachelor's in mechanical. And
please, Richard, before you start, I would like to say nice job, everyone. I wanted you to get the feel of what it's like to be in that role, because we look forward to seeing all of you here in that role, presenting to the board and answering our very easy questions in the coming days, months, and years. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, President James. I'd like to start by saying good morning, President James, Vice President Repenting, if she was here, Commissioner Rivas, Commissioner Davis, Commissioner Jacinto, all respective Public Works Bureau representatives, City Attorney Ted Jordan, Executive Officer Fernando Campos, and all Angelinos if they're here. My name is Richard Saplin, and I am one of your street lighting engineering associates. First off, I wanted to say thank you to Commissioner Rivas, our Director Ed Ibrahimian, our Assistant Directors Norma Sakian and Megan Hackney for allowing us to introduce to you what will be essentially the future of the Bureau of Street Lighting. What you see before you are your street lighting engineering associates. Each and every one of us has a different journey. We've started from different points on the spectrum. This includes working as student workers, working in other departments and bureaus, as well as working for private companies. We've entered the Bureau of Street Lighting through different avenues. We've entered through traditional interviews, on-campus interviews, as well as transfers. Today, we work on different tasks. Co-location attachments are used for improving cell phone services, transit lighting for improving the sense of security for our public transportation systems, and grant-funded projects for installing lighting for greater causes, as well as new technology and energy efficiency to reduce our impact on the environment. Just to name a few. But although we have started differently, come from different backgrounds, and perform different tasks, we know we've got big shoes to fill and a bigger calling at hand. With this, we also have the unique ability to put into life the words, bright lights, safe nights. And with that, thank you guys.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Asento.
Thank you, President James. I want to start off by congratulating our Commissioner Rivas for being an excellent liaison to our Bureau of Street Lighting, to our great leadership, Ed, Norma, and Megan. Thank you for being real and going out there and doing this recruitment and gathering the best of Los Angeles yourselves. That shows commitment, and it shows that you're vested in not only the present, but of course the future of the Bureau of Street Lighting for our city of Los Angeles. When I look at all of you, I see Los Angeles. And Susanna, it's good to see you. We need more female engineers as well. But you're Angelinos, you're local, and that means that our future engineers are vested in the community, in the city in which they live and work, and their families. That's a great affirmation for our city. It's a great day. Look forward to working with you all. There are 5 of us around this, and we all will touch the Bureau of Street Lighting in some way, shape, or form, whether it's through the above-ground facilities management and how technology is starting, and it hits street lighting as well. So you're really going to be building the infrastructure, the technology infrastructure, along with engineering and all our great bureaus of the future of autonomous cars and everything. So it's a very exciting time. May you all live long and prosper in your careers. And you can't leave street lighting. You have to stay with our Department of Public Works. But thank you so much. Appreciate you all.
Thank you, Commissioner Asento. Commissioner Davis.
I wanted to congratulate the leadership of the Bureau of Street Lighting, Ed, and our team who helped to put together this diverse team. I'm glad to see one African American, and how many women do we have over there? One woman. So we are just so excited about the diversity that we have, and always we have growth and development that we will be implementing as we move forward. The whole Department of Public Works is working on that. But what I want to most of all say is that each and every one of you do definitely represent the next generation of engineering leadership here in the city of Los Angeles. And I want to add that public service, because what you do in electrical engineering is serving the public of the city of Los Angeles, which I think is one of the greatest cities in the world. And it is because of you and the skills that you're going to bring, the knowledge and the skills that you're going to be bringing to the Department of the Bureau of Street Lighting and the Department of Public Works, that is going to make a difference. One of the things that I happen to work with often are residents in the South LA area. And your speaker mentioned the fact, safer neighborhoods with brighter lights, and that could ever not be more present and true than in South Los Angeles. So I'm extremely excited about your opportunity to serve in the Bureau, and most importantly, I'm very happy that you have chosen to serve the public. So congratulations, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you.
Thank you, Commissioner Davis. Ed, if it's okay with you, we'll take a brief recess for a photograph, and I think we can probably do it here with the flags rather than the back of the room. Let's try here. Yeah, with the flags. Yeah, and then we'll be right back after. What do you think, Lucy? Yeah, let's do that. I think we can fit over here between the flags. Then we'll come right back on our agenda.
So when I was applying to college way back in Spain, the year I applied to college was the very first year you could apply to more than one UC campus. Before that, you couldn't apply to both well, you applied to the University of California system, and then you told them which campus you wanted to go to. And you couldn't apply to the mine was the very first year they allowed you were allowed to do that. And because they were sort of a pilot project, you could only do that if you were applying to a major in the college of I was interested in chemical engineering, and I was interested in going to UC Berkeley. But at UC Berkeley, chemical engineering, where's that over there?
What? Oh, shit. Okay, let's go back on our agenda. Agenda item number 1, Bureau of Sanitation. Annual publications, notice of significant non-compliant industrial users regulated in the city of Los Angeles in the calendar year 2016. First of all, approve the publication of the 2016 public notice of significant non-compliant industrial users. And secondly, instruct the Director of Sanitation to publish the 2016 public notice of significant non-compliant industrial users in a newspaper of general circulation that provides meaningful public notice within the jurisdiction served by the City of Los Angeles. Lonnie Ayers. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Morning, President James, Commissioners, Bureau Management Council, Executive Officer. My name, Lonnie Ayers, LA Sanitation Industrial Waste Management Division. And here today to obtain approval for the publication of 2016 significant, or IUs in significant noncompliance. As you're aware, the LA Sanitation Industrial Waste Management Division administers what is known as the City of Los Angeles Pretreatment Program, regulating industrial users, that is commercial manufacturer businesses discharging in wastewater into the sewer system. We use a control mechanism to ensure that industries knows what's inspected of them. At this time, it's required by the 40 CFR Federal Code of Regulations. An obligation that the City of Los Angeles must meet is the actual publication of those that meet or exceed what is known as significant noncompliance criteria. The situation today, we only have two particular criteria, A and B, for chronic and technical review criteria that's been exceeded, and also reporting criteria, either failure to submit a report or delinquent in reporting. There are 15, and I'll use the term industrial users, that have met or exceeded the criteria. The city has informed them as of March 20th of the violations, and also held a free workshop to allow industry to come and understand what is SNC, and also obtain certain information to ensure that they will no longer be in a violation. And we give ideas and recommendations. Right now, we're at a 93% compliance rate. A good pretreatment program is 85% rate. And it's been very, very helpful to hold these workshops. And also we're very proactive in contacting industry and really assisting them in ensuring they're getting the information that they need to maintain compliance. So I'm here today to answer any questions you may have regarding this list.
Thank you, Mr. Ayers. You all have been here before on these various lists that happen over time. Is the 15, is it a lower number, higher number, or the same from prior years? In other words, I'm just wondering if we have a trend on whether people are being more compliant than in prior years.
Yes, there has been a decrease in the number of IUs. In the past decade, it could range from anywhere from 25 to 33. We're down to 15.
That's good.
Yes.
All right, that's good to hear. Thank you. Keep up that trend would be nice. Commissioner Jacinto.
Thank you. I just want to compliment the Bureau of Sanitation for having this program that educates in industry, because what happens if we have effluent and we have things that are non-compliant, that it has an environmental impact. So anything we could do to lessen the number and to educate them, I think that's a great. How many businesses do we educate in this outreach program?
Well, through the years, it can be anywhere between, each year, depending upon who violated. And again, we have outreaches, LA Industry, and we discuss their significant noncompliance. And typically, 8 to 10 representatives will attend the workshops, representing about 8 to 10 IUs each year. So that has a significant impact and an effect on our compliance rate.
Goes better.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anything further? I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 1, seconded by Commissioners Davis and Jacinto. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 1. Any issue sending 1 forthwith? We'll send number 1 forthwith. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 2, Bureau of Street Services, request to apply for tire-derived product grant program. This is the 18th cycle, recommending that the board first authorize the director of the Bureau of Street Services or his designee to execute all necessary grant application documents. Secondly, find the grant application is in compliance with section 14.6 of the Los Angeles Administrative Code. And third, authorize myself or 2 commissioners to execute the attached resolution. Ming Gong from the Bureau of Street Services. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, President James. Thank you very much. Honored Commission board members, Bureau representatives, City Attorney, Executive Officer. I'm here seeking the board's permission to make application for this particular grant program. Briefly, it's a state-funded grant program administered through Cal Recycle, and its whole aim is to take waste tires out of the landfill. The Bureau has a slurry seal program, which you all probably are very well aware of, uses in excess of 100,000 tires. One of the criteria for the grant is that a minimum of 2,500 tires be taken out of the waste stream, and so the Bureau feels that this program is very well qualified for this. The cap on the grant itself is $150,000. So it's not very much money, but we feel that if the Bureau is successful in achieving all the criteria and successful in winning the grant, we'd like to take some of that fund and use that to purchase more slurry seal product and possibly embark on doing some crack sealing along the city's bike lanes. So, just to clarify, Item number 2, where it says the grant application is in compliance with section 14.6, I just want to clarify that staff did find that since the Bureau's slurry seal program does not use any general fund, we're simply taking advantage of an exception. I believe it's exception number E under 14.6 of the LA Admin Code. And with that, I'd like to respond to any and all comments or questions.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Rivas?
So this is uses like recycled tire material?
It actually uses what specifically the grant specifically wants the whoever the applicant is to make sure they use California waste tires and make sure that those are not being used or being transferred into California landfills.
Okay.
And so our slurry seal does use quite a few California tires, as a matter of fact, and so we feel that it's very well qualified for this particular application.
Okay. Do you know, are these tires within the city? I mean, or it's just statewide that you're using?
No, I think the tires that we use, it comes from a vendor that who supplies our slurry seal material. I believe it's come from the region. I'm not sure I can swear that every single tire comes from the city of Los Angeles, but...
Okay, no, I think this is a very interesting way of recycling, you know, and avoiding these tires to go into our landfills, right?
Yes, the program generally talks about playground material, which I'm sure all of us have seen that kind of material being used there, but we feel our application is equally as valuable. So.
Okay, thank you.
And the Bureau of Street Services, through our slurry program, has got to be one of the largest tire recyclers for reuse of any agency in the state, I would imagine.
We feel we are the number one.
Yeah.
Reuse.
So there you go. Commissioner Davis.
I agree with all that has been said and wanted to say that this is a great project and it's a great policy that Cal Recycle has implemented throughout the state, and certainly they would have to depend upon us to make this the kind of reality and to get this kind of production that they would want out of the policy. So I'm very proud that the Bureau of Street Services has taken the leadership on this, and it certainly is an environmentally prudent policy. So I thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anything further? I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 2. Is there a second? Commissioner Rivas, any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 2. Any issue sending 2 forthwith? We'll send 2 forthwith. Thank you, Ming.
Thank you very much.
Agenda item number 3, request for proposals and negotiation of a contract for sewer condition assessment using closed circuit television, recommending that the board first distribute and advertise the transmitted request for proposals for sewer condition assessment by closed circuit television. Secondly, evaluate the proposals and select the most qualified proposer based on the established rating criteria that you'll see there. Third, negotiate a contract with the most qualified proposer. And fourth, return to the Board of Public Works for authority to execute the contract. Carmelo Martinez, good morning, sir.
Good morning, President James, commissioners, Bureau management representatives, departmental counsel, and executive officer. My name is Carmelo Martinez with LA Sanitation, Wastewater Collection Systems Division. The City of Los Angeles owns and operates over 6,700 miles of sewer system. We are the largest sewer collection system in the nation. As a result, we need to continuously monitor the sewer system to protect the public health and to protect the environment. CCTV inspection essentially entails inserting, it's very simple, it's inserting a camera into the sewer system that records a video, and then that video can be visually inspected, and it tells us many things. It tells us if there's a severe blockage in the pipe or there's severe structural damage, so the city can mobilize urgent cleaning, for example, or emergency repairs. It prevents spills from getting into the waterways. It could also prevent backups into getting into private property. Currently, the city has 2 contracts which provides for CCTV. They are scheduled to expire next year, so it's important that we advertise an RFP to seek proposals to be able to continue these services. In addition to CCTV sewer condition assessment, we're also including other tasks with this proposal. We also have pipe cleaning, pipe repair, sonar laser profiling, which is it's a fancier CCTV inspection using laser and sonar. And we're also including occasionally inspecting the sewer system. It's done very rarely. The contract ceiling is 5 years. The cost ceiling is $20 million. LA Sanitation, upon your authority, will form a selection committee, and we will evaluate all proposals based on the following criteria: a record of past performance, operational experience, and the cost effectiveness of the proposal. The type of services required are highly specialized, and we recognize that fact. So it's going to be challenging to obtain subcontractor participation. However, nevertheless, LA Sanitation will do its best to reach out to subcontractors, and we've established participation levels of 5% MBE, 2% EBE, and 2% DVBE. All proposers are required to perform the VIP subcontractor outreach using LA Vavin, and failure to comply with the VIP requirements will render their bid non-responsive. The notice of intent and the 1022 request were filed with the CAO. On February 8th, 2016, the Personnel Department determined the scope of work exceeds the city staffing capability, and it's also of an expert and highly technical nature. All proposers will be required to comply with all applicable city policies and ordinances. No general funds will be used. Funds will be assigned from the sewer maintenance, sewer capital funds, or the stormwater pollution abatement funds. Upon board authorization, LA San will post the RFP on LA Vavin. LA San will designate a selection committee to evaluate, interview, rank, select, and negotiate with the most qualified vendor or vendors. LA San will also return to the board requesting authority to award a contract or contracts to the most qualified contractor or contractors in the event that there's more than one. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Commissioner Davis.
Mr. Martinez, I appreciate the diligence in which you have planned to make sure we follow through on the appropriate procedures for business inclusion. But I wanted to get a better understanding of the impact of the technology on our performance. And I do hear and believe that through using the technology, we will be able to enhance our performance, and we will be able to prevent catastrophes before they occur. What I wanted to also additionally find out from you is the scope of the implementation of this project. Is it a project that will be implemented over how many miles of our sewer system is what I wanted to know.
Usually, well, to answer the first part of your question, without a doubt, this type of contracting services completely enhances the performance of our sewers. So in fact, when we first started regularly reporting on spills, we were actually close to about 700 spills per year. Last year, we had 103 spills, which is a dramatic drop. This year, I am hoping that we're going to come significantly below 100. So we are continually making improvement. And I believe the second part of the question had to do with
what area are we covering with the RFP? We're looking for proposals for a potential prime contractor in the future to cover how much of our sewer network?
Okay. Generally, we televise about 400 miles of sewers per year, roughly speaking. If we're successful in getting additional budget for doing large cleaning of our pipelines, which is something that we need to do, but I'm hoping we can do that. We could probably do, as far as the large line cleaning, that would probably be about 2 miles per year. It's pretty expensive. But we typically address about 400 miles, maybe a little bit more.
And in our experience from your account is that of those areas where we currently have the technology, we've been able to really expedite our actions in managing the system in those areas.
Yes, without a doubt. We immediately, when we see that there's something seriously wrong, we immediately get an emergency on-call contractor to address the spills. We have crews working every day, Monday through Sunday, and we completely jump on that and do whatever follow-up cleaning needs to be done. And it's actually been a major element for our success with the spill reduction efforts.
Great. Well, I support this effort, and in a perfect world, I wish we had enough money to do the whole system, but I'm so pleased to know that we are implementing technological advances in probably, well, definitely the country's biggest sewer system. It's important
yes, sir,
for
absolutely.
us to continue to lead in various ways, and so I definitely support what you're doing.
Thank you, Commissioner Davis. Anything further? I don't have anything further. Is that a motion, Commissioner Davis? All right, then seconded by Commissioner Cento. Any objection? Without objection, we will adopt agenda item number 3. Any issue sending number 3 forthwith? We will send number 3 forthwith. Agenda item number 7, a stop notice. Tree Smith Enterprises Incorporated has transmitted a stop notice in the amount of $15,415 for furnishing tree removal, clearing, and grubbing in connection with the Machado Lake Ecosystem Rehabilitation Project. The contractor is OHL USA. Is there a second to my motion that we receive agenda item number 7 forthwith? By Commissioner Cento and Davis. Any objection? Without objection, we will do so. Agenda item number 4 is an authority for expenditure. Trade Tech College Office of Accounting and the Bureau of Street Services is requesting the board approval and execution of an authority for expenditure in the amount of $6,480. That will bring us to a new adjusted amount of $71,280 to pay for the maintenance technology program administered by spring 2017. The Bureau of Street Services is encumbering funds after the fact because the original encumbrance did not take into account an increase in class costs that occurred during the fiscal year at LA Trade Tech. Madeline Smith. Good morning.
Good morning, President, Commissioners, Department Head, City Attorney, and Executive Officer. We were contacted at the beginning of the spring semester around January and were informed that the school had made an error that's been going on for 10 years. For our class, that is the street sweeping class, standard classes meet 3 hours and 10 minutes. This particular class meets 6 to 7 hours. The school charges based on the amount of teaching time. So we've been undercharged for 10 years, basically, for this class. The head of the department just, I guess in reviewing documents, noticed it and wanted to make that adjustment for this semester. He did not seek compensation for previous semesters, so he wanted to start it this semester. So that accounts for the increase of $6,480.
Thank you. Any questions on agenda item number 4? Commissioner Davis?
I just wanted to comment, I appreciate his mercy in
Yeah.
council.
We've had a really good long-standing relationship. They charge us at a lower rate already, and he's my conduit. He's the head of our department, kind of like a dean, but he won't accept that position because he likes to teach also. So he's really been very accommodating.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Davis. Anything further? I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 4, seconded by Commissioner Davis. Any objection? All right, without objection, we'll approve agenda item number 4. Any issue sending it forthwith? We'll send it forthwith. We'll deal with that increase in cost. Thank you, ma'am. Agenda item number 5. Authority for Expenditure, U.S. Water Alliance, Office of Accounting and the Bureau of Sanitation are requesting board approval and execution of an authority for expenditure in the amount of $10,000, a new adjusted amount here of $22,000 to renew the annual membership with the U.S. Water Alliance Value of Water Campaign. VOW, the VOW campaign, educates and inspires the nation about the invaluable importance of water and its dire need for protection through the investment of resource management and water infrastructure. Rian Tiha? Oh,
Good
Ryan,
morning,
I'm
President.
sorry.
Good morning. So I'm here for Mr. Wington. So we were asking for the board's approval to execute an authority to expenditure in the amount of $10,000 as Commissioner President mentioned. So we, as a Bureau of Sanitation, received quite a lot of benefit from U.S. Water Alliance and especially the VOW campaigns. We received a lot of education and materials for the Day Without the Water event, which occurs every October of the year. They provide a lot of webinar topics in terms of communication to the public. We receive scientific information, poll information from previous years, and any news information on the innovation in the water infrastructures in that area. We also receive a lot of inputs and updates through the organization on how to actively engage the public to educate them how investment in the infrastructure, for the drinking water, sewer, and stormwater as well, since LA Sanitation is going with the One Water 2040 approach. This is a really important information and membership for us to have. So I'll be here to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Tiha on agenda item number 5? As a leading water policy organization, there are various entities that the Bureau needs to continue its membership in. This is one of them. So I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 5, seconded by Commissioner Jacinto. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 5. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 6, Authority for Expenditure, Water Environment Research Foundation, Office of Accounting and Bureau of Sanitation, requesting board approval and execution of an authority for expenditure for Water Environment Research Foundation in the amount of $10,000. The new adjusted amount here is $113,200 to be involved in in project development, coordination, and review of conclusions prior to publication of the Water Environment Research Foundation Targeted Collaborative Research Project, and reclamation of fire-ravaged land utilizing biosolids. Diane Gilbert-Jones, good morning.
Good morning, President James, Commissioners, Bureau Representatives, City Attorney, and Executive Officer. I'm here again talking about research and the valuable information that it provides to LA Sanitation and specifically to the arena biosolids. This is a specific project that we are actually asking to be a collaborative researcher on, and we would like to ask for an additional $10,000 increase in our annual membership dues that we pay to the Water Environment and Research Foundation, because this is a targeted project specifically for biosolids, that we would like to be on the committee that's actually reviewing this information and actually working on the scope of this project and actually providing some resources for this project, such as myself would be a task force member. And specifically, this project would be in California. It's working on using biosolids to actually see if we can address some of the fire-ravaged lands that have occurred in California in the last 2 years. Specifically, biosolids we use to see if it could help the ecosystem, and also to see if it could help with actual making sure that we don't cause any problems with runoff when we have rainy seasons like we did this year, and also to see if the biosolids will help with the stimulate the plant growth. We have a lot of projects throughout the United States that have used biosolids to remediate lands that have been damaged by fires, and so we would like to be able to do this in California. And one of the things that we find is that because there is no science on this and because there's no research specifically on California, it's been very difficult for us to start this. And so we've actually got commitment from the State Regional Water Quality Control Board. And we've actually got commitment for an actual area in California. And so we would like to be part of this process and actually commit to $10,000. And what's happened is that they've asked some of the larger agencies to help with some of the research that when they select the actual university to perform the work. And so that's what our $10,000 will be going toward, the actual research and collecting the data. And then we'll be part of that process in reviewing that research.
Thank you. So for any of the larger agencies that participate, it's a buy-in in essence. I may be adding a new term here, but that's what they ask each of the larger agencies to contribute to the cost of the research?
No, you can contribute as much as you would like. And so in the past, the city, Orange County, LA County, has always been a contributor of at least $10,000. Or some of the small agencies do $5,000 to $2,000. So it's not a specific amount. So that's why we don't have an invoice that says what that amount is. And so the city, LA Sanitation, said that we would do as we've done in the past, just contribute $10,000.
Okay. Another question is, in prior years, is this a subscription through which we have gotten research that has benefited us in our various endeavors in litigation?
Yes, definitely with the biosolids. We've used some of that research in support of us in the litigation that we had last year in Kern County, which fortunately we had a decision that was in favor of the city. And so we used a lot of that targeted research, and actually with the actual 503, City of Los Angeles was part of that, and so we actually had an expert that was part of our trial case that actually testified based upon some of that research that was done by WRF in the past.
Thank you, ma'am. Commissioner Cento.
Thank you, President James. Diane, this is fascinating. So the use of biosolids to reforest, to regenerate, is an alternative for us as opposed to going up to Kern County. So this is research that we will benefit from as a city, being able to have more options for our biosolids.
Correct.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Anything further? Nothing further. Commissioner Santos made a motion on agenda item number 6. Commissioner Rivas and Commissioner Davis have seconded it. So without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 6. Thank you, ma'am. Any issue sending it forthwith? We will send it forthwith.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Campos, have we cleared the desk?
Yes, you have.
All right, then we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.